Hello, welcome to our podcast. I am Yes Ma'am.
I am No Ma'am.
And we are the 9 to 5 Club. We're going to stay anonymous throughout this podcast because
we want to keep our jobs. Okay, people. So today's topic is there such a thing as community items in the office break rooms? Now, let's think this through. See, there's always, there's the lunch that sits in there. I mean, you think about your refrigerators in your break rooms. There's the lunch that sits in there for weeks and you have no idea who brought that in and whether or not something has died in that lunchbox now. Then you have, the milk and the sugars or that weird jam that you kind of what does that taste like? But you don't want to taste it because, then starts the passive aggressive notes. So the question is, are there items up for grabs in the community refrigerator? And I say yes.
No, I say no.
What
the heck?
Yes, there are items up for grabs.
If the company purchased it, but not
if
other
you
employee meals.
No, if you don't label your shit in
What?
the refrigerator,
Yuck.
then it's for all people in the office.
There's no way. That's why my food is in a separate refrigerator away from the community.
If you don't put your damn name on it, how is somebody supposed to know whether it's yours or not?
It's not yours if you didn't bring it in.
But how are we supposed to know that the company didn't bring it in?
The nice lunch pail that has flowers on it that's not yours?
You never know. Maybe now they're starting to...
There's no way. So this lady that retired, she was hungry late night and went in the refrigerator, grabbed about 4 lunch pails, and took out a little bit of everything for herself. That's okay?
Did they have people's names on it?
Oh, please.
You know what they say? What is it? 9/10 of the law? Possession is only 9/10 of the law.
Oh my gosh.
So unless you actually can prove your own possession, you don't physically own it.
That is insane.
It's not insane.
There's no way. If I see somebody grabbing my food, it's not yours. So why are you touching it?
Okay, so maybe the stuff that's in the Ziploc or the Tupperware, maybe. I'll give you that.
But a loose yogurt, we always have loose yogurt. You're
just
gonna
if
go
you
in
have
there.
The yogurt in there, your ass knows you didn't bring it, but yet it's still in there. Nobody put their name on it.
What? There's no names in our refrigerator.
Well, that's the bad on the people who didn't put their names on it. My stuff has my name on it. Trust and believe you me. It will have property of Janine. Don't you touch that. And I have been known to leave quite the passive-aggressive notes.
Oh, my God.
I actually like the note war. This is not an office for note war.
I was just going to say that.
People get way bent out of shape in this office over some of the dumbest, pettiest shit I've ever seen.
We need to hear what other offices do because this office is real mellow. There's not a lot of stepping on toes here.
No. That's because everybody's got their fucking panties in a bunch.
Yeah.
So that's why nobody steps on toes. They're always afraid it's going to pop off at any moment.
We may step on toes with this podcast, but I'm ready. Over it.
That's why we can't be specific. So we have to be very generalized because we are very over it.
Yeah, if you guys listen to our... second podcast. This is our official second podcast, but there's trial and error. So if you guys if you just happen to listen to our second podcast yesterday, you were in for a treat. But that's not going to happen again.
Yeah, no. There was a little too much specificity in that one. So today we're just going to keep it very general.
But let us know your issues in the kitchen at your job, if anybody's ever stepped on toes, because just because you don't have your name on it don't mean it's yours.
I disagree.
Ain't no way.
Listen, just because you brought that banana in with your, chicken Alfredo your ass made last night, if you don't put your goddamn name on the banana, how's anybody supposed to know that's not your banana?
Because you didn't bring it. Don't touch anything that is not yours.
That's ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. So basically, what you're telling me is there's all those jams and there's all those jellies.
No, unless you know the company purchased it. We do that for our food drive. So you've seen the jelly be used by the community, so it's community jelly.
No.
Yes, for sure.
I am going to respectfully disagree.
What would you do if this is a true story here in the office? What would you do if you put some raw meat in the refrigerator from Whole Foods and you were ready to barbecue for the weekend? Friday, you walked all the way down to Whole Foods, and just so you people, actually, you don't need to know where.
You don't need to know exactly, but let's just say it's quite approximately a good 10-block walk if you're from New York. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Okay, so you walked all the way down to Whole Foods and you have your raw meat ready for the weekend, and you're working. You got that at lunchtime. It's in the refrigerator, and then someone in the office sees the bag. Nobody's name is on it. They know they didn't bring it. They went in there, took it home, and cooked the raw meat. You go in there, 5 o'clock, and your meat is gone.
Okay.
You're not mad?
Okay, first of all, you're talking about raw meat. Like, that is obviously not a company purchase.
And so are those lunch bags.
All right, I conceded on the lunch bags, but all the rest of the crap, I mean, if it's loose in there, if it's loosey-goosey, put your ass name on it. You've got to put your name on it. Like,
oh, Lord.
You have to, listen, possession is 9/10 of the law. What happens, because this legit happened. Somebody was fired, right, at a previous company that I was at, and they didn't even allow her to go and collect her shit. Mm-hmm. So she had her lunch in there, in the refrigerator, and they never let her come back and collect it. Now, she eventually sent somebody 2 days later or whatever, but by then, her lunchbox was up for grabs.
Lord.
She's no longer with the company. Why do you think I never put anything in the refrigerator?
That's because we have our own refrigerator.
Well, I do technically, yes. I have one that I could use that nobody else uses. However, I still don't put anything in the refrigerator.
Yeah, me neither.
Because if I don't put my name on it, I can't claim that, hello.
The top 2 people that did the stealing ain't here no more, so I'm fine. Top 2. We don't got to worry about rice. We don't got to worry.
No, ma'am. But I am telling you.
Oh, Lord.
Listen to me. If I want a chocolate pudding and there's a chocolate pudding in there and it doesn't have somebody's name on it, best to believe you're going to find my ass in my office with a spoon and the chocolate pudding.
Wowin'. No.
And I'm going to look at you and go.
And then I'm going to walk by is that my chocolate pudding?
And I'm going to look at you and go, damn right it is. And your ass should have your name on it. And so now, thank you very much.
And then your ass going to be like, I'll bring you one tomorrow.
I would. This is true. I would. I would be like, all right, well, I'll buy you a 6-pack next week when I get paid. But until then, this was some damn ass good chocolate pudding. Too bad you couldn't enjoy it. Yeah, I should have put your name on it.
Oh, heck no. And ain't nothing in there even that good that I want.
No.
And that yogurt's so old. People should have took it, though. In 2018.
Is it seriously 2018?
There was some last week that said 2018.
No, ma'am. I'm just saying.
Oh, God. You know what someone should have took? I had left some salmon out, and we couldn't find where the smell was at. And I was blaming everybody but myself. No. And I had left salmon. I put it on the counter, and then it fell. No, in the extra room where our refrigerator is at. I put on the counter, and it just sat there. And I think someone knocked it over, and then it rolled behind the basket that's on the floor.
No, ma'am.
And oh my God, it was stinking up the whole office. No, I was looking everywhere.
That is a whole other podcast, because that is a pet peeve of mine. Food items that stink to high goddamn heaven. No.
God. Cooking.
No, that's
Cooking
another
fish
podcast.
in
We're going to save that one for another day. That is another podcast because I could go on a 20-minute rant about food.
It shouldn't be brought in the workplace.
That shouldn't be brought in the workplace. So please, yes, comment on that. Because we now, okay, sidebar, some housekeeping, as they like to say in other podcast language. I listen to podcasts, so I know now. So some housekeeping. So we are experimenting with different platforms. So we're going to be on a new platform. However, all of our Instagrams and Facebooks will stay the same. And our Twitters.
Yep.
That'll stay the same. So you always can catch us on those links. But then you got to comment when we post. So this way we have more stuff to talk about.
Yes.
And then soon we're going to have phone calls. And then the next thing you know, we're going to be broadcast from the top of the Empire State Building. That's a New York City joke.
But I did change the link for our YouTube because we found an easier way to post to YouTube. Yesterday it took me 20 minutes to upload to YouTube. And
Dude,
today
this podcast shit is just another fucking job. No lie, it's another job.
It is, but we are seriously on every platform. I just signed up for Tumblr. We are on SoundCloud. We are on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and our new platform is Speaker. Yeah, and what we're doing is we're still trying to work out times that we're going to continuously post. Unfortunately, we do have a job that actually pays the light bills in our house. And so, therefore, we kind of have to put that as a priority. So, yes, so bear with me. We're going to come up with a time that works. Maybe we might actually have to make an appointment. Yeah.
An actual meeting to do these casts. And then we'll be able to post more regularly. And then we'll do subscriptions and on the whole nine yards. Because we're going to take this worldwide, people. I'm just saying.
We can also just do ones, like quick ones from our desk. Like even if we just do a check-in for like 2 minutes. We set up our live podcast from our desk. So we now know how to do that. We did it yesterday, but just on a different platform. But
it takes a long time, people. This kind of perfection doesn't happen overnight.
Yes, and if you like the graphics, shout out to me.
Yes.
Photos by BD. I will be posting the graphics. I made our logo. I came up with our name. Yes, and we are here. Yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Alrighty. I think we're signing off for today.
Yes, we are. And let us know if you like our intro or if we should do it over. Let us know if you like the background music.
I actually love the background music. I'm not going to lie.
I like it too.
I like the background music, especially when it sounds like we're typing.
Typing?
Me up. There was typing on one of them. It sounded like we were...
No, that was you on working.
That was my typing?
That was you typing, yeah. That wasn't the music.
I loved that.
Oh my gosh. That's why you text me that. I was like, wait, get typing sound effects? That's what I was thinking.
I loved that. Because it just sounded so like... breaking news.
Oh, we should have something like that because this is like podcast from work.
Yeah.
So it should be like work friendly.
It should be work friendly.
Work savvy, whatever.
And we're going to figure out how to do more of the more snark without letting it out who we are.
Yeah. Only a few people in the office have this podcast link, you know. Not a lot of people fuck with us. Well, Janine, they do with Janine, but me, I stay to myself, so
I'm just a social butterfly.
Yeah, I am too, but I only fuck with people who I like. Like,
I know, I just
not who I like, but there's just a lot of lame people in here who think they...
I gotta work on her, people. And I am the no... That's yes, ma'am, over there. And listen to her. I'm the no, ma'am. I'm more positive than people give me credit. Just saying.
No, I am positive. I just don't like everybody here in the office.
Oh, I don't either.
That's what I'm saying. But
but you'll never know who I don't like.
But people don't hardly know either. But they know I don't want to hang out with them.
They know when you don't like them. You're more obvious than me.
It's not like I don't like them.
You just don't want to be bothered with them.
Yeah, I don't want to hang out with them.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Like, my friends are way cooler than these people. Like, it makes no sense.
That is too much tea.
whatever. They'll get over it. They have each other. Hey.
Oh, no, she did.
There they go.
Alrighty.
And we are hitting our 15-minute point. It is time to go.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, y'all. We're excited about this new podcast.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.